Hello, everyone, and welcome into another episode of the Fumble Sports Daily Show. It is so wonderful to have you on this Monday, June 26th. We are so excited to start the show. If you're a regular, welcome in. So great to see familiar faces. But if you're new to the show, welcome to Fumble Sports. We are live every single day for sports talk, gambling talk, fantasy talk. Get the most out of your sports entertainment every single day. So excited to have you in today. As always, we'll go through our previous results from yesterday, look at how we did, take the lessons that we can from yesterday, and go into today's games. Not a ton of MLB games today, so we will focus very heavily on what we have, but more than happy to dive into any conversation around the world of sports. If you're looking for fantasy football talk early, we're here for it. Sports for WNBA plays. They come to the right place. So we are ready. Macy Toru, it's so great to have you in the chat today. So excited to have you with us in the show. For all of those watching, no matter the platform, make sure you're following us. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you follow Fumble Sports on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And for all of those that like our content, make sure you hit that like button. We really appreciate the support. Love having you a part of this Fumble Sports community. With that said, let's look at how we did yesterday. Before we do that, we always give out our disclaimer. We are not a sports book. We use a number of different websites here at Fumble Sports to get the best sports data, analytics up in front of you so you can be well informed for your sports plays of the day. But we're not endorsed by any sports book, and we're not a sports book. We just love talking sports. So Fumble Sports is here for entertainment, fun, and hopefully to help you guys out with all of your picks every single day. With that said, let's look at how we did yesterday, and I'm very happy that we bounced back. We had a bad previous day, and we were fresh to it. Farika, great to see you. Great to see you in the comment section on YouTube. We'll jump right into our results from... This should be June 25th. So our results from June 25th, we did really well. 36-18-1, going off at about a 65.5% hit rate there. Our MLB game picks went 8-1-1. We did have a push, which was a bad break for us, a bad beat, in which the Minnesota Twins did win, but ultimately scored one too many runs in extra innings and got to 9 runs as a total. But 8-1-1, pretty strong with our MLB game picks. Our MLB player prop bets went really well, 26-12. WNBA is where we missed. We were very heavy on the trends yesterday, and the trends did not hold, going 2-5. Our parlay plays went 7-3. That might be okay for some. Would like to see that a little bit better. 70% on those. Like to see that closer to 80%. No, that's just a one-pick difference, but like to hit on that a little bit more. Did have a long ball, long shot of the day with Anthony Santander. Stealing and sharing, we hit 2 of those. And your celebrity shots went off at 14-8. Speaking of those celebrity shots of the day, let's look at those specifically to shout out those who did well. Tito's Full Send went 2-0. Well done there, Tito's Full Send. Mike, too bad you didn't stay with your original pick with Luis Arise. That would have helped you go 2-0, but you switched over to Paredes. He missed yesterday. LRK 425, tough break on Ellie De La Cruz, but that parlay was looking good until then. Joe Warren, unfortunately, an 0-for-2 day. Zodwick went 1-1 because of Alonso's home run. He ruined that underplay that you had. But Royce Lewis was a really strong play yesterday. Good find by Zodwick. Top Dog cashed on his one play. Macy Toru, for the first time taking a celebrity shot, went 1-1. Bryce Harper didn't quite deliver that RBI, unfortunately. Kyle Klein went 1-1 as the Rangers lost to the Yankees, but the Astros beat the Dodgers in L.A. Jorge stays red hot with his picks. Jorge may be someone everyone wants to follow these days, going 2-0. Albert Einstein, not so smart with his first pickup on the big board. Hopefully he can bounce back, going 0-1. G-Clip stays undefeated, now 3-0 with the hit yesterday. Candyman did cash on his one WNBA play. The Real B hit on Luis Medina. That was a good play. Nice find right there. And Dante did cash on Jose Abreu on a strikeout, despite Abreu also having a really good game. So here are the celebrity shot records that we have up on the big board for all of those who like to play along at home. Candyman now 12-8. Nice job. Dante, 12 and 15, getting closer to 500. G-Clips stays hot at 3-0. Jorge, as we mentioned, 23 and 10. Very nice, Jorge. LRK 425 is 12 and 7. Mike is 16 and 9. Show Me, 8 and 4. Tito's Full Send gets above the watermark. Nice job at 12-11. 12 and 11, very nice. And Top Dog is 18 and 14. Zodwick now 6 and 5. Those are our results from yesterday. We'll clear those out, though, because we're all about hitting and cashing on tickets today. So for all of those who are in the show, welcome in. Hope you're going to stay with us for the next hour and 50 minutes as we go through the world of sports. Whatever you guys want to talk about, whether it's the games today, whether it's future plays, fantasy plays, we're here for it. But Fumble Sports just loves talking sports. We clear out our results from yesterday to make way for a brand new day of sports picks, research, and everything else that comes with being a big sports fan. If you want our picks that we have loaded up prior to the show, you know what to do. Hit us up with that live goal of confetti. Every time we hit 2,000 likes, we'll give out a long ball, long shot of the day. And every time you share the channel, we will give out a stolen base pick of the day. And we already have some stolen base picks to give out. So because of that, let's get right to work, everyone. Farika, great to see you. LRK425, great to see you. Cody, One Big Deal 22, great to see so many of you. G-Clips, wonderful, so many familiar faces. Macy Toru in the chat. It is great to have you with us for today's show. Let me get started with our stolen base plays of the day. First one I'm going to go with, Ronald Acuna Jr. Really good opportunity to take him today. Let's get Outlier loaded up. Let's get Covers loaded up. And let's get Ballpark Pal loaded up. For all those that are new to the show, these are some of the websites and tools that we use every single day to give you the best possible research. So let's dive into it and look first at Ronald Acuna Jr. to get a stolen base. %34 implied probability, and it has been a hot trend. Believe it or not, he has a stolen base in 5 straight games, 6 of his last 8. Really strong trend. Love what I'm getting here at plus 195. Additionally, the starting pitching matchup that he has in this game. If we jump over, just look at the starting pitching matchup for the Braves. Sonny Gray, one of the worst pitchers in Major League Baseball actually at holding runners. He's a good pitcher, but not good at holding runners. Love this play today. Think it's one of the better plays that you can find at plus money. So I would absolutely jump on this. But if we like this, we also talk about you're going to need him to get on base. So can we get over half a hit? Nope, because he's been too hot of late. And given the Braves offense, not a play that's available. What about over half a base? 1.5. This might be a play that we go to. Doesn't have a good trend necessarily attached to it. How about at home? Let's look at it there. Really not a good trend, so we'll back off it. How about hits, runs, and RBIs? It's set at 2.5 and not a great play. So, unfortunately, the only one that I may defer to is over half a single. That actually has been a very good ticket of late. Let's look at it at home. Decent trend. So I'm going to ride with this. I know it's not one that we necessarily usually take, but it is coming in at minus 128. Think that's actually a nice play to take. So not one that I expected to take. So I will put the asterisk next to it. But Ronald Acuna Jr. over half a single, maybe one that you're kind of curious about. We just went through the data behind it. Decent odds. And once he's on, I like the stolen base. So we are off and running, pun intended here at Butt Fumble Sports as we give out our first play of the day. LRK425, it's record to hit Bovada Acuna. If you can get him over half a hit, jump on it, and just make it a leg of a parlay because it's probably not coming in at great odds. LRK425 Braves to record a hit went 7 out of 9 yesterday. Nice job, LRK425, and you cashed. I don't know if you cashed on it, but you certainly helped us cash because I know you don't bet on your team. But Julio Rodriguez over half a strikeout. Yes, nice job, LRK425. Appreciate all those that are in the show. Let us know what you guys need help with. Here to help with your picks, here to give out research. We have a ton of games to talk about, not necessarily a ton of games on the board, but that said, we've got a ton of research to do. And if you guys want to jump into fantasy football talk, if you guys want to do fantasy baseball, DFS, we are here for all of it, everybody. Macy, let's get you going on the board. Macy Toru. By the way, I'm probably saying the name wrong, but I appreciate you being such a loyal viewer. You are a great viewer, and I appreciate it. So let's go. Let's get your celebrity shots up on the board. Marcus Semien, over half an RBI. The name is fine. I appreciate you. Over half an RBI. Marcus Semien, over half an RBI. I'll put them both on the board, and then we'll do our research behind it. Because the other one, Nathaniel Lau, over half an RBI as well. Okay. Very interesting. Let's check them out. Let's see if these are ones we want to tail. There are some Texas Rangers that we like today, but we'll get into that a little bit later when we hit our confetti. Let's start with Marcus Semien. You're asking about over half an RBI, which is a really interesting play. Nice job finding some good data behind it on the under. Not a hot trend of late, but let's see. What about his history against Matthew Boyd? Oh for 6. 0 for 6 with some strikeouts. Not going to tail this one. Not going to tail this one. This one isn't attractive to me, but you're also asking about his teammate, so let's look at that. By the way, hope it cashes. Don't hear me say otherwise. We're rooting for each other over here. Let's look at over half an RBI. This one has a better implied probability on the over, at least. Still, not a very hot trend. But against Boyd, any better? 1 for 4. No RBI yet, so kind of an interesting play. Not one that I'm going to ride with, but we have our first celebrity shot up on the big board. So everybody, take note. We have our first one. Get yours in. Gio, hope you're having a great day. Gio, what's your question about? Your question is about the Braves. Let us know if you're talking about that over. Let's look at that game first, looking at the weather. The weather suggests runs will be up a tick in that game. The likelihood of runs up just 6%, not as high as what we saw yesterday. We saw that across baseball much higher, and we had a lot of overs in those games, so weather did play a factor. Home runs a tick up as well. But the starting pitching matchup, I understand why you're concerned about the over-under on this one, simply because you have a phenomenal starting pitching matchup. I hope this one's on TV where I am, simply because I love Spencer Strider as a starting pitcher. He's fun to watch. And Sonny Gray, when he's on, really an outstanding pitcher. 4-1, 2.56 ERA. Definitely has enough innings to validate that ERA. The whip a touch high. Spencer Strider, the ERA a touch high, but that said, the strikeouts per 9 are phenomenal. Let's just zoom out for a second, and let's look at this game from an over perspective of 8.5. I'm not really crazy about it at 8.5, simply because these two starting pitchers do kind of suggest that the under is a stronger play. By the way, the Braves' offense has been hot, but that was also against Cincinnati Red pitching, so let's put a grain of salt with that. Prior to that, they had some difficulty in the previous 2 games, so it does tell me that the over is a really strong trend over the last 10, but just mindful of the fact this is probably the best pitcher that they faced since the Phillies series where they did have an offensive struggle. So just taking note of it. What's the alternative line that I like? Over 7 is the most attractive to me. Over 7 at minus 90. Now, Butt Fumble Sports, we do like to protect our rear, and we do give ourselves some extra space for it. So minus 190 is what we would take. And yes, I'll throw this one up on my board because I have enough confidence in the scoring of the Atlanta Braves right now. I actually think they're going to touch up Sonny Gray for some runs. The history that they have against Sonny Gray, there are a couple hitters in that lineup who hit him okay. Olsen, Pilar, I actually think that Acuna Jr. at 286 isn't bad. I just think that's a small sample size. So I actually think there could be some damage done. My curiosity is about the Ozzy Albies at 1-10, 1 for 10. I feel like that should be stronger, especially with Ozzy Albies, what he's hitting of late. So I actually do like the Braves offense in this game. I'm actually willing to throw up some picks up on my board related to this game, and I will take the over the 7.5. That's what I would take. So I'll throw this one up on my board. It is an in-show research play. For those new to the show, when we put these asterisks here, it means it's a pick that we found during our show because it has a good trend associated with it. So I will take the I'm having a brain fart. Twins, Braves, over 7. Over 7, you're getting that at minus 190. That said, 2 plays that I do like that I'll throw out there right now because I appreciate you guys joining us for the show. I'll immediately put out there, I like Braves on the money line. I do. Spencer Strider, they're at home. They're hitting well offensively, and I think they're going to have a good time against Sonny Gray. I don't think he's going to shut them down like we maybe a little bit worried about on that over-under. So with that said, I like Braves on the money line. Additionally, I like the Braves first 5 on the money line. I think Spencer Strider has a good start, and I do think they touch up Sonny Gray. So I will take the Braves on the first 5 money line as well. We're off and running here. Top Dog, hope you're having a great day. What's up? Appreciate you being with us. We already have hit 2,000 likes, and as you guys know, every time we hit 2,000 likes, we give out one of our favorite long ball long shots of the day. So let's give that out. And the first one that I'm going to give out is going to be Matt McClain of the Cincinnati Reds. So we're staying with the Reds, hitting offensive bombs. It's a great team. I'm falling in love with this Reds team. Watching them every day because they're entertaining as hell. Okay, looking at him to hit a home run today, 19% implied probability. We like that usually above 20, but I'm willing to go with it today. Again, for the weather in this game, the best game when it comes to hitting home runs. And as we just showed, home runs, really high likelihood. I have never seen as high a likelihood of 46%. So we love a ton of home runs in this game. Again, this updates ballparkpal.com, the website that we're using to evaluate how the weather is going to impact home runs, extra base hits, singles, and runs. This is absolutely suggesting that runs are going to be plentiful, home runs plentiful. So we're definitely going to jump into this game from a pick perspective. By the way, appreciate all of that confetti. Thank you for dropping that confetti. We've got some picks to give out now, and they're going to be based around this game. So I love Matt McClain, love him on a home run, taking that at plus 430, absolutely. We also want to look for him on over a half a hit, not available. What about hits, runs, and RBIs? It's 1.5, no doubt about it. Cole Irvin is the pitcher that he'll be facing. How do I put this in Butt Fumble sports terms? 7.66 ERA, that's a flaming bag of poop on your porch right there. So we are all about fading Cole Irvin today. Love the matchup that we have. Matt McClain has no stats against him, but the matchup totally works in our favor. So once again, I'm not just taking Matt McClain to hit a home run. As you guys know, we usually like to double down and find a nice play so that if he, let's say, hits a double, knocks in a run, scores, we're still cashing a ticket somewhere. So I'm going to jump on this one as well. This is one we did have prior to the show. So we put the bullet point next to it, and that's Matt McClain. Over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Just to complete the thought on it, just looking at what I could get on total bases, it's set at 1.5, 50% implied probability. Could I see that cashing as well? I could. I could see an extra base hit. I could see a double. I certainly can see the home run. Top Dog, let's get your celebrity shot up on the big board, and then I'll get to a lot of those questions on TikTok Live, so thank you guys so much for staying with us as I gave out my first pick. I'll get to a bunch of other picks because I know we got that confetti going with us. Let's get to Jesse Winker over half a strikeout. Jesse Winker over half a strikeout. I can understand why you're taking this one. So let's look at it. Jesse Winker. Brewers facing the Mets, facing Justin Verlander to get a strikeout. Probability on this one, 74%. Really strong find right here. Love the call by Top Dog. Good find. Good find. And by the way, you want some greenage? That is awesome. Great find here. You're getting it at minus 290, so yes, it is a parlay play, but definitely a good find. Oh, and by the way, do you want ownership? It's Justin Verlander of Jesse Winker. This is a good find. Again, you guys may not like it because it is chalky. I am talking Pepto-Bismol back in the day chalky. So I can understand why some of you may want to stay away from it. But for me, and I understand Top Dog, if you want chalk on your big board, you can do that. You can pad your record with chalk plays. That's fine because chalk that cashes is still a good parlay play. I'm going to ride with it, absolutely. Jesse Winker, over half a strikeout. But, and this symbol right here, these hats right here, that means it's a leg of a parlay for me. So when we have odds that are this chalky, it means you shouldn't bet it on its own. Not a good play to make. So if you're going to take it in a leg of a parlay, that is one to take. We went 7-3 on our parlay plays yesterday. Harley, does Outlier have stats on Lacrosse World Championship? No, Harley, you're going to have to do your research alone on that one. Jorge, you are red hot today. You were red hot yesterday, rather. You're having a great record, so great job on that. Vincent, what's up? Great to see you. What's the betting app that we use? It's called Outlier. More than happy to share a link for a free 7-day trial with you. So just DM us, Vincent, if you want to check out Outlier and all that the research it has to offer. Hit us up, DM us. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram, Sports Fumble on Twitter, Butt Fumble Sports on YouTube. Just hit us up in a message, drop a note. We'll send you a free link for a 7-day trial. Cody, let's get your celebrity shot up on the big board. Yeah, Anthony Santander. Cody, love the call. Cody's cooking. Cody's cooking. Love the play. So Cody jumping on board and taking Anthony Santander over half a home run. We cashed on him hitting it yesterday. We're going back to this well today. So before we even put up your other pick, I'm going to throw this one also up on my big board. I like Anthony Santander to hit a home run today. We just showed you the weather. It is looking fantastic if you want a home run derby in Baltimore. Love the pick right there. Additionally, let's just quickly show what the odds are for all those playing at home. Home runs, Anthony Santander, 26% implied probability. Oh, and he's been on a hot streak of late as well. So if you think he's seeing the ball well, he's got a favorable matchup. Does he have any history against Cole Irving? The answer is no. Doesn't matter to me, or rather against Brandon Williamson. That's what I meant. Against Brandon Williamson, no. But at plus 285, not as great as you could find on other hitters, but still love the play. You can put it on the board, absolutely. I will look for it over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Man, they got smart on us. The sportsbooks got smart at over 2.5. What about over bases? 1.5 there, over 1.5. This has been a good trend. I'm going to ride with it at home. Good trend, 4 games in a row. So I'm going to take this one, in part because it's coming in at better odds, minus 110 for it. So Anthony Santander, over 1.5 bases as well. If he misses the home run, he cashes on it with a double. So I still feel good about this one. Anthony Santander, over 1.5 bases. LRK 425. Just because you do have the smaller slate, fewer games, doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad day. It actually means you can find some really good plays because you can dive in. You don't have as many games to kind of distract you. You can dive in on some really good plays. Matt McClain, over 1.5 bases. Cody, loved the play. We did our research on that just a little bit earlier. Gio, Mike, by the way, great to see you. Yo, what's happening? Mike, how you feeling today? A little rough on that. You missed on your first celebrity shot yesterday. Should have stayed with Luis Ariz. We didn't follow it yesterday, but it was a cashing ticket. So hopefully Mike didn't hurt too hard. But that said, let's go to Gio's question about Rangers on the money line really quick. Rangers on the money line. Going up against the Tigers, Andrew Heaney going up against Matthew Boyd. I think Matthew Boyd qualifies for poop on your porch territory with a 5.37 ERA. Maybe some of you think that's a tough judgment of it. Maybe it needs to be above like 6. But that said, he had a tough time with this Rangers lineup, a loaded Rangers lineup in their previous meeting. Doesn't bode well for him. On the other side, Andrew Heaney, the record not as good as we like, but that ERA slowly working its way down below 4. Rangers coming off that series against the Yankees. I know they lost yesterday, but that's against Garrett Cole. Not thinking too much about that. Tigers come off a tough extra inning loss to the Minnesota Twins. The answer is yes. I do like the Rangers on the money line today, but because of the minus 200, I will put this as a parlay play. So Rangers money line, I would say this is a parlay play just because it's minus 200 or farther away. On the other side, you were asking about the Angels on the money line. Against the White Sox, Dylan Cease on the mound. Reed Detmers, I know we're going to talk about him in a little bit. That said, both of these teams are kind of in precarious places. White Sox actually did come out and won the series against the Red Sox in a bullpen game yesterday. On the other side, after the Angels had that massive explosion of offense, failed to back it up the following day, even though they scored so many runs in the series, they ended up losing the series. So kind of an interesting place. This isn't a game that I'm going to touch today. I would find a way to avoid it personally. I like Dylan Cease as a pitcher. I know that 4.22 ERA is a bit higher than we normally like, but that said, strong on the strikeouts per 9. On the other side, Reed Detmers is 1-5, but he's a better pitcher than that record and indicates. So for a number of reasons, I'm just not kind of crazy about this game. If I were to take it in any place, I might want to actually jump on the White Sox to cover the 1.5. If I can get it at 2.5, that's even better. Nope, a bit too chalky for the alternative lines. But that's probably the play I like the most out of the game, but not one I'm going to touch. I'm probably going to back away from that White Sox-Angels game. Okay, Mike, let's get your celebrity shot up on the big board. We're back next week to cash IP Shade 45. Hope you're having another great day. Let's get Mike up on the big board. And Mike is taking Shohei Ohtani over half a hit. And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Mike is on to this one. Shohei Ohtani over half a hit. And this is absolutely a play we like. And again, if you guys want to be chalk masters, that's fine with us. You can pad your stats because we'll just consider it good parlay plays. But over half a hit, it's available, everybody. If it's available, you have to take it at this point. Shohei Ohtani, he's cooking, man. He's cooking. And against Dylan Cease lifetime, the stats aren't great, but at the same time, we're only looking for half a hit. He does have a home run. I think he's going to hit a home run in this game personally. The weather in this game, likelihood of overall home runs is up. Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run, I'm going to take it. So not only am I taking over half a hit, I'm doubling down and going over half a home run. So let me put those up on the board. What am I doing? Shohei Ohtani over half a hit. Very much a parlay play because those odds are coming in at best at minus 209. Not bad, actually, for what the play is. But also looking at over half a home run. The probability on this, 22%. Plus 359 on it. Love it. Taking it, putting it on the board. Shohei Ohtani. That's another long ball, long shot of the day. Also curious, can I get 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs? Over 55%. I mean, I love the play, so I am all about Shohei Ohtani. Sometimes this burns us, but feel good about the matchup. And there aren't that many games, so where I do find good plays, I'm going to take it. Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. He does have a home run in his career against Dylan Cease, and he's obviously been hot of late. Humble Man, thank you so much for following us. All those who are watching on TikTok Live, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, hit that follow button. Make sure you're part of this Butt Fumble Sports community. We put out rants, picks, a lot of sports content every single day, a DFS lineup. If you want to find our daily fantasy lineup, go over to our website, buttfumblesports.com, hit that sports blog page, and you can check out our DFS lineup. No surprise here who our cover boy is. Spencer Strider should have a great day. You can also check out our favorite MLB picks of the day, as well as the best hitter-pitcher matchups. We put out a lot of content. We also have our merch store. Make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Ba-boom. Okay, let's look at Christian Vasquez over half a strikeout. That's an interesting play that we're getting in from YouTube. So really quick, let's look at that. Christian Vasquez over half a strikeout. By the way, these strikeout plays are really interesting. They've been cashing well. And it's one of those that you may not think about frequently when you're betting. But it's like turnovers in basketball. We're starting to find that these are good plays. They may become better for parlay makers, legs of parlays, but doesn't make it a bad play. Minus 260, 72% of implied probability. And yeah, this has been a good trend. Very consistent. The pitching matchup today, obviously against Spencer Strider. This is one of the best strikeout pitchers in baseball. This is absolutely a play we're going to jump on. It's Chalk City, no doubt about it. This is a 1 seed making it to the Final Four, but we still will take it. Christian Vasquez, over half a strikeout. And we're just tacking on it's a leg of a parlay. So Jesse Winker, Christian Vasquez, you pair those two together with something else. Maybe you come out on the right end of a good 3-leg parlay. That's what we're looking for, folks. IP Shade 45, you're asking about Nate Lowe. Let's look at it. Didn't look at that a little bit earlier. Let's dive into it. Nathaniel Lowe. We might have touched on it a second ago, but I still want to look at it. Over half a hit. It has been a really strong trend. 80%, 71% implied probability. Against Matthew Boyd, though. 1 for 4. Okay, that's enough of a reason there. I do like that play. That's a play we like. It is, again, it's Chalk City. It's Chalk City. But again, you're seeing enough of these chalky plays come together, and all of a sudden, you have something here. Over half a hit. Really strong trend of late. We're not asking too much of him. Only over half a hit. He does have a hit in his career against this starting pitcher. Against left-handed pitchers this year, a 247 average. Again, if we were asking about over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, might be different, but this is just trying to be a Chalk City play, going with over half a hit. Not a bad play, good find. I'm jumping on it. It's up on our big board, everybody. Okay, Reds and Orioles over 9.5. Jorge, who, by the way, talk about a good celebrity shot record, 23-10. Whether it's chalk or whether it's valid, don't matter, because those tickets cash. So Jorge asking a really good question about that Baltimore Orioles Reds game, and the answer is yes. Do love the over, but want to make sure we take it at the best line. Coming in right now at over 10, it's not actually a bad play, so we might want to take it at over 10, but let's start by looking at the alternative lines. Over 8.5, automatic. That is one that I had loaded up prior to the show, so to pay off that confetti from earlier, I was waiting to give this one out because I absolutely agree with this one. This is Reds, Orioles, over 8.5. No doubter about this for me, simply because, one, the weather. We talked about the weather a moment ago. Likelihood of runs, up. Likelihood of home runs, up. Love that play. Additionally, what do we like about this game? These are two loaded offenses. Reds have been cashing on the over. Orioles have been cashing on the over. 8.5 at minus 185. That play can stand on its own. That's a play we like. How about over 9? 155. I like it there as well. So I'm willing to double down on the play. I'll take it at over 8.5 and over 9. Would I take it at the over 10? I'm not quite there. Not necessarily willing to take it. But if you are, I wouldn't talk you out of it. I think this is a good play. Brandon Williamson, ERA above 540. Cole Irvin, that is dog poop territory. That's dog poop on your porch, flaming bag, 7.66 territory. So absolutely jump on board with this one. Would I take it up to 10? I won't, because Butt Fumble Sports wants to play it a little bit safe. But that said, if you like the over 10, then you already like the over 9.5, over 9, over 8.5. One thing I stress to you guys, if this is like trading stocks. If you like it at a certain price, you probably like it at a lower price. So if I like it at over 10, I like it at over 9, I like it at over 8.5. All of those are under minus 200. That's why I like those plays so much. Lock Hub, great to see you. Thank you so much for the hot dogs. I was getting hungry over here, giving out all these great plays. Make sure you're tapping that screen, everybody. Tito's Full Send, love where your head's at. So Tito's Full Send is our next celebrity shot up on the big board. By the way, Tito's Full Send, just to show you guys some records over here, 12 and 11, got over the 500 record mark. So Tito's Full Send, nice job pulling it together. Tito's Full Send has been climbing up, and he's going Reds, Orioles, over 10 runs. And again, everybody, one of the reasons we like it, dog poop pitcher on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles, and this weather. This weather is going to be crazy, expecting some home runs. By the way, because you guys are tapping that screen and doing such a good job with it, we're going to give out another celebrity shot, long shot of the day, rather. Last one I'm going to give out related to this game, probably. Last one I had at least prior to the show, Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar Henderson has great exit velo. The weather, again, love the opportunity for him to go yard. So Gunnar Henderson is my next long shot of the day. Let me show you what we get on him when it comes to odds. Implied probability, 17% implied probability, but plus 500 is a good take for me. Really like it. Couple home runs over his last 10 games. No stats, obviously, against Brandon Williamson, so nothing we can take on that, but someone I'm also curious about, just because I was thinking about him earlier, is Adley Rutschman. Adley Rutschman, he actually might be someone that you'd also be considering taking today. The implied probability on this is 14%. That's the only reason I didn't touch it. But you might want to take him as well. Again, home runs. Think home run derby in this game. Good opportunity for home runs. And I'm sure there are other Reds we could talk about, but you guys can ask that question. On the other side, let me just quickly look at what we can get on Gunnar Henderson. Can we get over half a hit? Probably not, because the sports books aren't stupid. Oh, yes they are. Yes, they are stupid. So for all those who are curious if there's a stupid play of the day, it's Gunnar Henderson at minus 198. That's a stupid play of the day. Absolutely jumping on that. Every time we see stupidity in action, we got to jump on board and say thank you very much. So Gunnar Henderson, over half a hit. You can get that at minus 198. So technically it doesn't qualify as parlay leg material, as in you can add it to a leg of a parlay, but it could stand on its own. So an interesting play, everybody. You could put a full unit down on it, get a half unit back. Don't hate on it. Top Dog, interesting. No run. Top Dog is getting another celebrity shot on the big board. Top Dog is also putting up, you put up Braves, first 5 money line. First 5 money line for the Braves for Top Dog. As you know already, I like that play. Let's get to some of those questions on TikTok Live. Oh, Stephen Pock and Mike also have some celebrity shots. Mike, let's get yours up on the big board. You are taking Dylan Cease, and you are taking him at over 6.5 strikeouts. Interesting play. Let's look at it. Let's go to Dylan Cease. By the way, I know there are questions coming in on TikTok Live and YouTube. Love you guys writing those questions in. We'll get to them as soon as I can. Looking at Dylan Cease right now. Over has a strong implied probability and also has been a good trend over the last 5 games. Love seeing that. Let's look at it on the road. Has hit the last 2 games, and by the way, did hit against the Dodgers. So it's not like we can say he's doing it against bad offenses like the Tigers or the Royals or something. Dodgers, that's a solid lineup. Again, the Ks per 9, exceptional at 10.55. Like, fantastic. Just looking at the stats, too. Angels against him lifetime. Not too many big numbers. Luis Rengifo, I'm going to talk about him a little bit later. But there's some strikeout numbers in here. Mike Trout has struggled against him. Ohtani, we already talked about him with the home run and the hit. But he has struck out against him as well. Hunter Renfroe does have a strikeout as well. So, encouraging sign there. Is there an alternative line to take Over 5.5, there really isn't. I do like the play. I'm not going to put it up on my big board. More than happy to let Mike Oxlong stand on this one by himself. So no, not going to tail on it. But Mike Oxlong, you have your 2 celebrity shots up on the big board. Stephen Pock, let's get your celebrity shots on the big board. Great to see you in today's show. And you are taking Nationals on the money line. Very interesting. Wow, did not expect to see that. And you're also taking Reds on the money line. Wow, very surprised to see the Nationals on the money line play. They have been playing good baseball of late, embarrassing the Padres if we can be fair. But that said, they're facing Luis Castillo today. I'm surprised by this one. If you were going to take it, I would have taken it at the 1.5. Yes, they have been hot against the Padres, but prior to that, they were ice cold. On the other side, Mariners on the East Coast going up against the Orioles. I can understand it a little bit more. Now, Trevor Williams, he is kind of like the average pitcher. 4.14 ERA, the whip above 1.3. I mean, the 4.4 ERA. On the other side, Luis Castillo, okay, yeah, the record's 4-6, but a good ERA, a good strikeouts per 9, a fantastic whip given the strikeouts per 9. Now, if we're going to look at it a little bit more, let's dive into how these hitters have done against him. Have national hitters really hit him well? Lane Thomas, we'll take Lane Thomas on a hit. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But that said, not really. On the other side, how have these Seattle Mariners hitters done against Trevor Williams? Small sample size, but Colton Wong has hit him really well. So Colton Wong's a play. For me, I like the Mariners on the money line. Not only that, not only am I fading Stephen Pock on that one, I'm taking it 2 ways to Sunday. I'm not just taking the Mariners on the money line, which I'm putting up on the board. I'm also taking Mariners first 5 on the money line. I think the Mariners get out to the better start. I think they get the lead. Luis Castillo, I think, is off, gets off to a good 5-inning start at least. So I think that the Mariners not only win the game, I think they win the first half of the game in the first 5 innings. So I'm putting that up on my board. Interesting take, Stephen Pock. As for the Reds and the Orioles game, that one I can see the Reds hitting. I'm just not touching that game from a money line perspective. Okay, Dante has a pick. Let's get Dante's pick up on the board. By the way, how's Dante doing? 12-15, making that climb up to 500. How's Stephen Pock doing? Stephen Pock's 2-4, making that way to 500. Though we're fading that Nationals play. Dante is taking Dylan Cease over half a win. Really interesting play. Really interesting. Real risk, but I'm sure with risk comes reward. So an interesting play there. What's the implied probability on the over 7 runs scored? Well, let's just look at what the alternative line is on the 7 runs scored in the Mariners-Nationals game. Total set at 8 runs right now. If we wanted to take that a touchdown, we could get the over 6.5 at -190, over 7 at -160. So, by the way, let me make sure you guys can see that. If you do think the Nationals are going to win this game, you probably think there's going to be some runs scored because, do I really think that Trevor Williams is going to shut down the Mariners? I don't. But that said, those are some alternative lines on the total. I'm not going with a total play on this one, but at least that's up on your board so you can see it. Okay, everybody, here are some of our celebrity shots up on the screen. If you have a celebrity shot, make sure you throw it up on our comments section here for all of them. Everyone gets 2 celebrity shots. Now, that said, there were a couple plays I wanted to dive into that I really like. And the first one, Lane Thomas. We showed you that he has a 300 batting average against Luis Castillo, over half a hit, really strong play, 9 out of his last 10 games, 4 out of his last 5. And this isn't even chalk, -170 on the play. I'm taking this one, absolutely. Lane Thomas over half a hit, and it's not even a chalk. Love it, love it. Now, another one that I'm curious about, Colton Wong. Can I get him on over half a hit? Nope, not available to us, so kind of disappointed that that isn't, but just something to keep note of. Tito's Full Send. Tito's Full Send has a second celebrity shot. and you are taking the Nationals plus 2.5. Interesting play. I'm not going to ride with it, but an interesting play. We just talked about that game. IP Shade 45, welcome back into the Celebrity Shot section of the show, because IP Shade 45 is bringing up one of our favorite punching bags of the show, IP Shade 45, and that is Reed Detmers. Let's make sure this is a strong play. IP Shade 45 over 1.5 walks allowed. We've been using him as a punching bag over the last few weeks. Reed Walk Detmers is our name for him. Walks allowed. 56% implied probability on the under. Can you believe that? The over actually isn't a strong play in this one. The reason he had become a punching bag is look at how consistent that trend had become. But we have a fence to our lawn right here, as we had a miss last game. Really interesting that they're starting to fade on the over play on this. You can see his whip, 1.36. Now, stats, really limited sample sizes, so not taking too much from the stats that we have in his previous matchups against the White Sox. The over 1.5's at minus 105. I'm going to take the over with IP Shade 45, and I'm not telling you guys to necessarily follow us on this one. We just showed you that the implied probability doesn't suggest it's a good play. However, this has been really consistent so far this year. I can get this at minus 105. So I can just put this down as an individual play, just let it sit there. So with that said, by the way, looking at it at home, okay, that's where the misses have been. Interesting. So on the road, this has been a better play. At home, not as good. I'm still going to ride with it. I'm going to take Reed Walk Detmers. I'll take it. IP Shade 45. We're holding hands on the way down. We're riding it. Jumping off the cliff on this one. Reed Walk Detmers over 1.5 walks allowed. There you go. Okay, pick numero uno, Andrew Heaney. Zodwick putting his first pick up on the board. Zodwick, with his first pick, is going with Andrew Heaney under 6.5 strikeouts. Very interesting. Andrew Heaney under 6.5 strikeouts. Let's dive into it, everybody. Let's see if this is a good play. Andrew Heaney. Looking at strikeouts. And the under is a really strong play. Implied probability makes it a strong play, but also the trend. If we look at it from the underside, that's really strong. Love what you found here. By the way, if we put it at home, even stronger. This is a no-doubter now. Extend it out. Look at the consistency. 6 straight home games in a row. He has failed to get to 6 strikeouts. This is a good find. Zodwick, great job on this one. The under's going off at minus 140. Now, okay, we are talking about the Detroit Tigers. How have the Tigers done against them? No real sample size. The problem is, how have the Tigers done against left-handed pitching? Actually, not as bad when it comes to strikeouts as you may think. There are actually a lot of strikeout numbers that are under 25, 20%, some that are just in the teens. So actually a really good play all the way around. Great find here, as I just totally let some spittle fly. So Zodwick, great find on Andrew Heaney, under 6.5 strikeouts. I'm tailing it. This is a pick I didn't have prior to the show, so I put the asterisk next to it. Andrew Heaney, under 6.5 strikeouts. Great find by our boy Zodwick. Appreciate you watching the show. No matter the platform you guys are watching on, we appreciate you being a loyal member of the Butt Fumble Sports community. Hit that follow button. Make sure you hit the like button on our video. We really appreciate you guys supporting the show. IP Shade 45 Castillo was on my DFS lineup. That's absolutely right. If you guys want to find my DFS lineup, you can go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, and you can check out our DFS lineup right now. Absolutely. Mike, John Collins to the Jazz. Interesting. Okay, my reaction to that is this. The Atlanta Hawks have been looking to get John Collins off of their roster for so long at this point. He was literally the piece that they tried to dump into every trade that no one wanted. Finally, they found a trade partner. Clearly, they just wanted to get rid of him. Do I think this makes the Utah Jazz any better? No. This is probably a player that won't actually see a long-term deal of any kind. But that said, the Atlanta Hawks probably win the trade. I don't even know what they got for him, but they wanted John Collins gone. It's clear that whatever plans they had for the future, this year, whatever, John Collins wasn't a part of it. They finally get rid of him. Good for the Atlanta Hawks, because he had been included in every trade proposition I'd heard since, 2022? Tito's full send. I also like the Tigers plus 1.5. Interesting play. Tito's full send already has his 2 celebrity shots up on the board, but an interesting idea. Y.A. Tittle, Santander did cash for us yesterday. We're going back to the well today. We think he hits another home run today. Do hit by pitches or intentional walks count towards walks allowed bet? Not a hit by pitch, but an intentional walk. A walk is a walk is a walk. John Collins' trade is so stupid. Who's involved in the trade? Hawks get 50-year-old Rudy Gay and a second round pick. I mean, wow. No, this is clearly 2 teams that were like, we don't want these players on our roster. How do we get rid of them? Hey, I'll call that team that has another player that wants this guy off their roster, and we'll swap guys. I mean, it literally is swapping stale candy for stale soda. It is just, I want to get rid of this. Okay, Josh Young, over half a hit. Let's check it out. Like that play off the cuff, but let's make sure we're giving our good analytics behind it, giving good research behind it. Over half a hit. Is this available? Yes, it is. Hasn't been as good a trend over the last 5, but over the last 3, there it is. Good 3-game hitting streak. And again, going up against Matthew Boyd, this is a good righty-lefty matchup for him. Have they faced each other before? Yes, they did. He went 1 for 2. Over half a hit. That's a great play for us. Good find on this one. Chalk City, chalky play at minus 250, so we have to make it a leg of a parlay. But I would throw this one up on the board. Over half a hit. And just add that little symbol right there to let you know it's a leg of a parlay play. We have hit 6,000 likes because you guys are awesome. So let me throw out another long ball, long shot of the day. And I am going to go with Jake Berger. I'm going with Jake Berger. Now, this isn't necessarily a guy we like on a lot of things, but we do like him on home runs. When he does make contact, home runs are the play. Looking at the likelihood of home runs today for Jake Berger, 17% implied probability. You could get it at plus 480. Does have a couple of home runs over his last 10 games. This is all about Reed Detmers to me. Righty-lefty matchup. Jake Berger, 5 home runs against lefties. I'm just taking the opportunity to get a home run play on this game. Angels, likelihood of home runs is up. So I'm taking my White Sox play. Don't think Luis Robert goes deep again. So Jake Berger became the play for me. Could also see Andrew Vaughn. Now, that said, do I like Jake Berger on any other plays? Over half a hit, that you could get at 57% implied probability. What about over half a base? That's the play we actually like, because this guy doesn't get on base that often. So, yes, we're saying this is a risk play. We're either cashing a nice plus 450 play on this, or not so much. Now, I will throw it up on the board for over half a base. Jake Berger, over half a base, but that's all we're taking on this one. Top dog, do you want that to be, we already got your celebrity shots of the day? The answer on that one is yes. So, you guys, we haven't gotten any more confetti on that. We haven't gotten confetti in a little while, but I am going to give out another pick that I like. So, for all of those who are watching the show, make sure you're hitting that confetti. There you go. Thank you, IP Shade 45. Appreciate that. Let's give out this play. You already know I like the over in it. The answer is yes. I do also like yes to a run in the first inning for Reds and Orioles. Absolutely. Also do like that play. Thank you so much, IP Shade 45. We are in the confetti. By the way, I think I put the wrong confetti. So that's why I put the Marvelous confetti instead of the other confetti. Let me reset this. Because we have our normal confetti. We don't need the Marvelous confetti. You guys have been hitting up that confetti, and I want to make sure we're hitting it right. Appreciate it. Yeah, IP Shade 45. That was a butt fumble on our part. Alexander. Yeah, Las Vegas Aces minus 15. Wow. Very, very nice. Look at that. So let's throw it up. Is that your Alexander? I'm assuming that's your celebrity shot of the big board. Let's get Alexander up on the big board. Alexander is taking the Aces, and you're taking them at minus 15. Is that what you're taking them at? That is wow. That is a huge spread in that game. Unbelievable. Hasn't been as good a play as you would think given their roster. And by the way, wow, the Fever have hit that spread 100% of the time. Now, I'm not necessarily going to disagree with you. I'm just going to look for the alternative lines. Can I get Indiana? I can get Indiana at plus 19.5 at minus 190. Yes, I do like the WNBA because of that. I mean, like, really? That's not even a chalk play. Okay, I got to take this. Fever plus 19.5. And again, I'm getting that at minus 190. I mean, like, I'll take a risk. Boston is having a phenomenal year as a rookie. She just made the All-Star team. I'll take my chances on it at 19.5. They've covered 19.5 100% of the time. They did it even better. They've covered 14.5 100% of their last 10 games. 11.5 9 out of their last 10 games. They only missed on their last one. Head-to-head, 11. Okay, head-to-head, they've covered 60% of the time on the 19.5. Okay, I'm willing to play with it. By the way, Alexander, it's kind of interesting to be on both sides of it. Alexander, I think you're right. I think that's a smart play, which is just to find the alternative lines, play both sides of this one. I actually think Alexander, I kind of like your play. I actually think minus 15. Can I get on both sides of this? Okay. I am taking the ultimate alternative line play. I'm taking the Fever at plus 19.5. I'm taking the Aces at minus 11.5. I'm getting minus 190 on both. You guys want to parlay those two together and just have some fun with it? I mean, WNBA. Love it. Love it. Yeah, Casey, I get that vibe too. The Hawks just wanted to get rid of that contract, wanted John Collins out the building. Bye-bye. That trade is done. Interesting find, Alexander. Mike, you're asking about Ellie De La Cruz. Let's look at Ellie De La Cruz. And you're asking about total bases, 1.5. The under's the stronger play, actually. Has missed the last 2 games. I'm more curious about the hits, runs, and RBIs. Oh, it's set at 2.5. You cheeky bastards at those sports books. Making it hard on us. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Can I get half a hit? No, I can't. Don't like it. Too bad. That said, over half a stolen base, 25% implied probability, 295 on the odds. He did not get it yesterday. I'm going to go back to the well on this one. Let's give out a stolen bases play of the day. Ellie De La Cruz. Throwing it out there. Fastest man in baseball. I can get it at plus 310. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Pete Alonso over half a hit. Let's look at that one. By the way, I'll give out another pick right after we to say thank you for that confetti. Over half a hit for Pete Alonso, 70%. He's actually been doing well on the over half a hit. Chalk City at the minus 290 against Colin Ria. No at-bats. No lifetime at-bats. That's interesting. Against right-handed pitching, he's only hitting 220. And by the way, he took a tough hit by pitch yesterday. He took a ball like off the shoulder blade. I know that Buck Showalter has no room for error right now, so Pete Alonso has to be in the lineup. but I'm not as crazy about this play as you may be. Yes, it's a decent play. Colin Rhea, you see the whip there at 1.28, the ERA under 5, not great, not a good pitcher. But that said, I want to take Pete Alonso, and I'm not going to talk you out of it, but I'm a little bit nervous about it simply because of that hit by pitch yesterday. I just feel like that could impact him, actually. At home, this has been a very hit-or-miss play, by the way. Against the Brewers, I'm not going with it. Not riding with it, not taking over half a hit. I know the implied probability says it's a good play, but not going to touch this one. Just doesn't get me excited. Appreciate all of those who are with us, no matter the platform. But Fumble Sports is live every single day on TikTok Live, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. If you don't know our schedule, we have pinned it to our TikTok Live, or to our TikTok account, rather. We've put it out on Instagram, so you can go find our schedule for the week. That way you never miss a show. I know you guys were kind of saying, hey, But Fumble Sports, what the hell are you doing? We can never find your show given the different times. So we have put out that schedule. You can find it every single day. You can also find it on our website, making it easier for you guys to find our show. So we have put out the show schedule for the week. You can find all the shows. We are live every single day for 2 hours. That way you never miss a show. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching on TikTok Live. Appreciate you guys watching the show. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Every time you hit the like button, we give out a long ball, long shot of the day. We also give out a pick every time we get that live goal of confetti. Any plays for Jordan Westburg making his debut? Mike, if you're new to the show, one thing I will say is I don't like betting on rookies. I want to see at least a couple at bats, at least a couple of pitches. I want to see a bit of a sample size. So that's the reason why I'm not crazy about betting on rookies. I want to see how they adjust to the show. Cody, Gunnar Henderson is minus 190 on over half a hit. Wow, love that play. Yeah, that's a really strong play, and that isn't chalky enough for me. So I like that one. Over half a hit. I should have put that there. Chelsea Gray, over 6.5 assists. Let's look at that. Chelsea Gray. WNBA. And looking at Chelsea Gray, 6.5 assists is what we're looking for. Over does have a good implied probability. Has been a decent trend over her last 4 games. Like to see that. And by the way, I like to see that the miss was 5. So you're in the ballpark even on the miss. How about at home? Okay trend, not great. 3 out of 5, bit of hit or miss. That's a little bit better if we extend it out to 10 games. But head-to-head against the Fever, this is cashed both times. Can't get an alternative line on it, so 6.5 is what you'd have to play. The answer is I do like it, actually, and I'll throw it up on my big board. Don't take a ton of player prop bets in the WNBA, but where we see a good one, we will take it. And I do like this one over 6.5 assists for Chelsea Gray. Nice find. Good play. Like the idea. Let us know if you'd like that to be your celebrity shot of the day. For all those that are new to the show, if you have a favorite pick of the day, you can put it up on our big board and play along at home. We keep track of the records. So if you've got a favorite play, join the Celebrity Shot big board and just write in the comment section my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot. If you're watching on YouTube, throw those questions in the comment section. Throw those picks in the comment section. Just like Top Dog. Top Dog is asking about Florida on the money line. Let's go look at it. By the way, oh, you're saying Florida on the money line. Sorry, college baseball. Oh, you had me confused there for a moment. So the answer is I'm not going to bet that game. I'm going to watch that game as a fan. I am so excited to watch that game between Florida and LSU. A phenomenal first 2 games of the series. Florida absolutely dominated in Game 2, putting up a ton of runs. What was it, 24 runs, 25 runs? An unbelievable offensive explosion. That said, I am not betting that series. That College World Series is not getting my money. It'll get my eyes as a viewer, but I am not touching that game. No, no, no. IP Shade 45, love what you're bringing up. IP Shade 45, you do a good job of teeing us up. Mitch Garver over half a hit. You know we're about it. You know we're about it. Let's get Mitch Garver over half a hit up on our board. Love the play. You know it. Good implied probability at 61%. By the way, and it's not even chalk city. It's not chalky at all at minus 158. Now, you may say it's not a great trend, but against Matthew Boyd, how has he done? Lifetime, he rakes. He rakes. So we do love Mitch Garver today. And yes, IP Shade 45, you already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it on over half a hit because it's a play that I like. Mitch Garver over half a hit. And yes, you also are probably predicting it right. I do think he hits a home run. He has 2 home runs in his career against starting pitcher of Matthew Boyd. So over half a hit, taking it. Over half a home run, 19% implied probability, pretty strong. Plus 430 on the bet. Now, he doesn't have any home runs over his last 10, but don't worry, the sports books know that's why they put this at plus 430 and not beyond that. But love the play for Mitch Garver, absolutely up on our big board. Tony, great to see you in the comments section. Tony, hope you're having a great day. Any excitement in taking the Reds on the money line? I'm going to avoid that play. I think there's going to be a lot of offense, both in the first inning and overall in the game. But I'm a little concerned. When you get the weather that it looks like we're going to get in that game, let's update to see if we're getting any differences. No, still massively high on the home runs. So with that said, because the likelihood of home runs and overall runs is up that high, I really don't want to actually bet a money line play in that one because I could see either team winning. And really, if I'm the Reds, I actually don't like the fact that the Orioles can bat last because this feels like this could be a game that ends on a walk-off home run given the weather conditions. Austin Riley over half a hit. Is that really available? Austin Riley over half a hit? If that's available, please. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sportsbooks, what are you doing? What are you doing? Over half a hit? Yeah, so what? It's minus 239. Really strong trend of late. Okay, maybe against Sonny Gray. Okay, he's 1 for 5. Like, he has a hit. So I'm not going to hate on it. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to take it on a parlay play. So Austin Riley over half a hit. I am going to play this one. Maybe you guys don't want to follow. Maybe it's a little too suspicious, but over half a hit, like, I'm going to take it. Okay, LRK425, great to have you back in the show. Hope you're having a great day. By the way, Mike Oxlong on Ronald Acuna Jr., I do have him on over 1.5 singles, over 1.5 bases. We did look at it. Ronald Acuna Jr., over 1.5 bases. It is kind of the only play that you might want to take, just not a great trend to it. I just took the over half a single. But I'm not going to talk you out of the over 1.5 bases if you do want it. Okay, asking about one of our favorite plays, or what's becoming one of our favorite plays, Julio Rodriguez over half a strikeout. Now, one of the reasons I do like this one isn't just because LRK425 has been pumping it up over the last few days, but he's been right. He hasn't just been hating on him. It's been cashing. So 4 straight games, 6 out of his last 8. How about his stats against Trevor Williams? No stats. How about against right-handed pitchers? Does have a strikeout percentage of 27.4. I'm going to jump on this one. It's just been too consistent to not. At minus 185, it can stand on its own. Doesn't need to be the leg of a parlay. So, much like Anthony Volpe at this point, Julio Rodriguez over half a strikeout. Kind of a play we're making every day at this point. Riding it until it dies. Jorge, let's get your celebrity shot up on the big board. Jorge has a celebrity shot. And again, Jorge has been red hot with his picks. Jorge's record, 23-10. 23-10. So this may be one you guys want to pay attention to as a tail potential play. Jorge, let's get your celebrity shot up on the big board. And that is Orioles Reds over 9.5. Reds, Orioles over 9.5. And again, I do like that play as well. I'm taking it at the over 8.5, over 9. You're taking it at over 9.5. If you like it there, you like it at the two plays I like as well. So you actually may want to put down 3 different individual plays. And again, we are expecting runs in this game, everybody. So for a lot of reasons, I like the over 9.5. Not as much as the plays that I took, but you can get all of them at better than minus 200. So love it. Love the idea, Jorge. Oh, Candyman, great to have you back. No wonder we were getting so many great WNBA picks coming through, and I was like, Candyman isn't here, wondering why, but at the same time, some great WNBA. Okay, let's look at Candyman's WNBA picks. And Kelsey Plum, over 1.5 3-pointers made. I can't look that one up on what we have. So, oh, yes, we can. They do have 3-pointers. Oh, well, nice job by Outlier. Good job, Outlier, to start updating some of these plays. By the way, if you guys want to try this website, Outlier, just hit us up, DM us, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We are at Sports Fumble on Twitter. Obviously, you're following us, or you should, and then we can give you a free 7-day trial so you can try out Outlier for yourself. It's not a sports book, but it is a great tool for sports research. Great implied probability on over 1.5 3-pointers. Oh, this is a hot play. Yep, taking it. Abso-frickin-lutely. Love the find. Great job by Candyman. Different name, still a great pick. Kelsey Plum, over 1.5 3-pointers made. Great find right there. Candyman, I'm assuming you're going to want that as one of your celebrity shots up on the board. I feel like that's a good play for you. LRK425, which pitcher are you talking about? Tony, Reds, Orioles only showing over 10 or over 8.5 on an alternative line of minus 200. Then absolutely take the over 8.5. You could take the over 10 on its own as well, but you could also take the over 8.5 and pair it with some other things. But minus 200 isn't a bad play. Minus 200, Tony, is still a good play. Again, you put down a full unit, you're getting a half unit back, so. Okay. LRK425 is breaking one of his cardinal rules, and he will bet against his team. LRK425, the Washington native, is going to jump on Julio Rodriguez over half a strikeout. Okay. Probably means we should fade it, right? By the way, Candyman, let us know if you want us to throw that Kelsey Plum play up on the board as your celebrity Okay. And we're back. I took a snack break. Hope everyone's doing okay. Oh, and we're back. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. We are here for all of your sports betting needs. If you need research done, picks given out, we are here for all of it. Hit that live goal of confetti. We'll give out some of our favorite picks. We've given out a few so far, but not all of them, so we still have more to give out. Did that one, and did that one. Oh, we still have a bunch more, so hit that confetti. Candyman, great to see you back. What was that? Your alternate ego? Your alt ego? Okay. Candyman back in the comments section. Great to see him. Hope you guys are with us. Make sure you're throwing your questions in the chat. Here for all of it. We have about 40 minutes left of our show, everybody. Your celebrity shots up on Jackie Young. And 3-pointers made. Really strong implied probability. Really strong trend. Yes. I'm doubling down on both of these. I'm taking both of these. Jackie Young over 1.5 3-pointers made. These are good trends. Good implied probabilities. These are plays plays up on our board. If you have celebrity shots, Candyman, let us know if you want those celebrity shots up on the big board. We're ready for it. Keep hitting that like button, everybody. We have more long ball, long shots of the day to give out, so hit that like button. How you guys doing today? By the way, here's a shout out. Where's everyone watching from? Would love to do one of our annual or one of our routine. Where's everybody watching from? I know we've got a lot of viewers from all over the world, so make sure you're throwing it in there. Where are you guys watching from? Would love to know. Loyal viewers of the show. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Big shout out to Candyman, Tito's Full Send, Harley Ferguson. By the way, shout out to Harley Ferguson, LRK425, IP Shade 45, and others. Thank you guys for subscribing. Hope you guys subscribe on TikTok Live and on YouTube. We really appreciate you guys subscribing. Means a lot as you guys support the channel, our content, and everything we do here at Fumble Sports. Harley throwing out a celebrity shot of the day. By the way, is this Harley's first celebrity shot of the day? Yes, it is, everybody. So, Harley, let's get you up on the board. And, Harley, we are taking England versus Canada over 18.5. England, Canada, over 18.5. What are we even talking about, Harley? What are we talking about? 18.5 what? 18.5 what? England versus Canada over 18.5. I must be missing something. Oh, World Lacrosse. Oh, okay. In goals? Great. Lax Championship. Okay, IP Shade 45. No stats against Castillo, but good implied probability and odds suggest it's a good play. Let's look at it really quick. Joey. Let's look at it. For the Nationals. And you were just looking for over half a hit. Really good trend of late. Really good trend. By the way, Virginia Beach, a beautiful part of the country for Rika. Appreciate you watching from there. Head-to-head, this has been a good trend. Over the last 20, this has been a good play. As you mentioned, no stats against Castillo, but against right-handed pitchers this year, he does have a 293 average. So I actually do like the play. I think you're onto something here. What's it coming in at? Minus 195? Interesting. I kind of want to ride with it. I'll have some fun with it. It isn't one I expected to put up on the board, but you know what? I kind of like what I'm seeing in the trend, in the stats, when we find something like that. Again, we're not making personal picks. We're taking trend plays. Over half a hit. Over half a hit. And this can stand on its own, everybody. Minus 195 meets the threshold. If you want to make it a leg of a parlay, you can, but could stand on its own. Okay, Candyman putting in some plays. Let's get it. Candyman has a celebrity shot of the day. Bear with us, everybody. Candyman giving you some WNBA picks. Jackie Young over 19.5 points. The line keeps going down, and she's coming back from a bad game. Lock it in. Okay, Jackie Young over 19.5 points. Very interesting that you say that. First of all, makes me feel good about my over 1.5 3-pointers made. Because if she's getting over 19 points, you'd like to think that she's getting some from behind the 3 line. That said, over 19.5, 55% implied probability. To your point, bad game, looking out, usually when she has a game under this mark, she responds with a good one. So, to Candyman's point, I can actually completely agree with this play, and I'll look for there's no alternative line here. I'm going to ride with it. I'm going to ride with this one. To Candyman's point, she's only had 2 duds, back-to-back games once. By the way, that's this year. So this is the season right here. I mean, if we're just looking at the season, she hasn't had 2 bad games in a row except this one stretch. If we look at it at home, again, that's from these 2 games at home. I'm taking the bounce back. I'm going with you. Jackie Young over 19.5 points. Wish I could get the alternative line of maybe 16.5, 17.5. I can't, so I'm riding with it. We're doing it together, Candyman. We're in this together. LRK425, as he lets everyone know to tap that screen. Appreciate that. LRK425, second celebrity shot of the day. Let's get it up on the board, everybody. Marcus Semien over half a hit. Marcus Semien over half a hit. Let's look at Semien. Can we get over half a hit? Can we get that? Again, a couple of you guys are using different sports books, so over half a hit. Not available where I see it, but if you see it somewhere, we'll let you ride with it, LRK425. Appreciate all of those who are... Jorge is coming from Brazil. Jorge giving some great information, giving out some great picks while doing it south of the equator. Hope you're having a great day in Brazil, Jorge. Hope it's been a good winter for you. It is a great summer up here. Hope you're having a great day, Jorge. Appreciate all those who are with us every single day. As I mentioned, if you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, you can check out our daily fantasy lineup for today, our daily fantasy lineup, as well as the MLB game picks we like and the best hitter-pitcher matchups. While you're there, if you didn't find the show through this Butt Fumble Sports Live tab, you can see our schedule for our shows every single day. So if you ever want to know when we're going to be live, you can go check out our schedule. You never miss a show. Jorge, on vacation and can't miss a show. Jorge, thank you so much for supporting us. IP Shade 45, thank you for supporting us with that gift. By the way, Mike Oxlong, thank you for the heart. Appreciate that. So if you ever want to see what time our show is, really appreciate it. By the way, Top Dog, thank you for contributing. Thank you so much, Top Dog. Appreciate you guys showing love. Here are the celebrity shots up on the board so far. We have some picks to give out. By the way, LRK425, you're good with me. That said, everybody, yeah, all those times are Eastern Standard Times. By the way, thank you. I should correct this. All these times are Eastern Standard Times. I'll make sure I correct that going back on the website. So all these are EST, but that way you know every time we're live, you never miss a show for the upcoming week. Okay, we have some picks to give out because you guys are the best. You guys are awesome. I can't say enough about you. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're talented. Oh my goodness. You're a good cook. Okay, now that I've praised you to all ends, let's get it. Let's go Nationals, Mariners. No run in the first inning. No run in the first inning on that one. I'm seeing the implied probability on that at 46.4%, so I like the no run in the first inning. However, I do like, and we brought this game up a little bit earlier, it's not going to be an in-show play. I am going to take the White Sox to cover. I'm going to take White Sox plus 1.5. Reed Detmers against Dylan Cease, 1.5. Can I get it at 2.5? Is that as attractive a play? Plus 2.5, minus 275. So no, 1.5 is the play for me. White Sox plus 1.5. So that's another play I just put out there. I'll give out one more pick for you guys. And yes, you guys may disagree with this one, and I understand this because the Mets have been the most frustrating, infuriating team to bet on all year. I understand this. But when you sign Justin Verlander, you sign him for days like today. If you're a Mets fan, today might be the red line. Justin Verlander is making how much money? What, $30+ million? If he doesn't come through with a good start today, boy, Queens may burn. So that said, I'm taking Mets on the money line. They have a good matchup. Colin Rea, the starting pitcher of the Brewers, is not a great starting pitcher. There are some good matchups there, so it's not just about the Mets and Justin Verlander, but I do think if you are the New York Mets, today is a must-win kind of day. That was an embarrassing loss yesterday. You didn't use your bullpen. You blew a big lead against the Phillies. You end up losing, and it is a tail between the legs kind of feeling here in New York when it comes to the Mets. So, Justin Verlander, earn your paycheck. Today needs to be a win. If I have any pick on who has to win today, not who's going to win, who has to win today, the New York Mets. Justin Verlander, if you don't deliver today, you may be in another uniform by the end of July, because I don't think the Mets are going to be buyers as quickly as they're going to be sellers, because I actually think they're going to want to get out of some of these contracts if they fail this year, because then they are all in on Shohei Ohtani in the offseason next year. Jorge is asking about the Angels and the White Sox under 8.5 runs. So we're sticking with this game. Looking at the total, over under 8.5. We'll look at it from the over perspective. Hasn't been a good play for the over on either one. Again, they had that 25-run game, but if we take that out of it, the under's been the better play. That said, if we want to be very butt-fumbly and we want to look for another alternative line, under 9.5. Under 9.5 is a really good play. Again, Dylan Cease and Reed Detmers, if you don't look at the records, they're better pitchers than you think. I kind of like this one as well. I kind of like the under 9.5. Let's just quickly look at what the weather is going to be in that game. Weather for this one, again, likelihood of runs is actually just a tick down, even though home runs is up. I do like a couple home runs in that game, but I'm going to go with you on this one. I'll take the White Sox. This is Angels White Sox, or sorry, this is White Sox Angels. White Sox, Angels, and I will take the under, but the under 9.5. Under 9.5 at minus 175. That's the play for me. Also, there is a player I like, Luis Rengifo. Good numbers, lifetime against Dylan Cease. Can we get him on over half a hit? By the way, that's not the only play we're going to take involving him. So bear with us 1 second because we're going to give out 2 plays involving Luis Rengifo. Oh, he's not on the board. Not on the board. Wow. Liked him on a hit and liked him on a stolen base. So too bad on that. No dice. No dice. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you hit the like button on our video. Really appreciate those who are supporting the show. Okay, we've hit 2:30. We've hit an hour and a half into our show. LRK 425 Celebrity Shot, Mariners money line, Rangers money line, parlay. LRK 425, do you have your 2 already though? LRK 425, you've already got your 2 celebrity shots up on the board. If you want me to rip one of those down, more than happy to do so. Okay, IP Shade 45 is asking about Francisco Lindor over half a hit. The answer is yes. Absolutely do like this play. IP Shade 45 does a good job of research prior to when we come on the air. Over half a hit, great implied probability, good trend, and additionally, good numbers against Colin. 0 for 1. Better numbers lifetime against Colin Ria. But this is a good play. I'm taking it as well. I will throw this one up. It is a chalk play, but that just means it's a leg of a parlay. Francisco, that's fun to say. Francisco Lindor over half a hit. Leg of a parlay, everybody. So we throw those 3 hats on top for a leg of a parlay. Okay, LRK 425, you're all good. Okay, since we're about an hour and a half into the show, first of all, I actually want to do a rant. I want to rant for a moment. I know that a couple of you guys have been asking for some more of our rants, so I do have a rant for you guys. And here's my rant for today. What is going on with the 1990s Bulls and the ridiculous comments that we've heard from Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman of late? Scottie Pippen came out a couple weeks ago and said that Michael Jordan was just another player, that he's not the GOAT. I don't know why Scottie Pippen is so bitter. Ex-wife and Michael Jordan's son. But maybe Scottie Pippen is just a little bit off his rocker for some reasons. Now, Dennis Rodman, on the other hand, who maybe some can claim has been off his rocker for a long time, Dennis Rodman came out with some blasphemous talk saying that Larry Bird, if he played today, would be playing in Europe. I feel like that's such disrespect. When we just looked at Jokic, we talked a lot about the qualities of passing, good vision, good quality play, good shooting, maybe from the mid-range. Larry Bird wasn't just a good shooter, he was a great shooter. Larry Bird wasn't just a good passer, he was a great passer. Yes, he didn't have the vertical leap, but the reason I make the comparison between Jokic and Bird, even though they play different positions, is I think Larry Bird still would have been a star in today's game. Maybe some of you think he would have been playing overseas, but I think you just don't understand how talented a player Larry Bird was. So I don't understand what's with Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen, but it feels like a number of members of those 1990s Bulls, maybe they need to lay off the Cavassier just a little bit, lay off the Hennessy just a little bit, because some of these takes from them are ice cold right now, because Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, I'm pretty sure we can count them as 2 of the greatest basketball players of all time. I don't know what Pippen and Rodman are talking about. Appreciate all you guys talking with us. Appreciate you sharing the channel. Oh, Stephen Park, you want me to say Estrada? Estrada? Estrada. That's my Spanish, by the way. That's my Spain Spanish. Estrada. Estrada is what I would say if I was in Southern California. If I was in Spain, it'd be Estrada. There you go, Stephen Park. Yeah, if you want to hear a white boy use the Spanish, there you go. You just got it. So there you go, Estrada. Mi español es sí, pero yo necesito practicar más. LRK425, thank you so much for sharing the channel. Let's give out another stolen base pick of the day. We haven't given out too many today, so let's give out another. It's actually Francisco Lindor, believe it or not. Colin Ria, not good at holding runners. We just put Francisco Lindor on the board for over half a hit. Let's look at him for over half a stolen base. 22% implied probability, plus 350. It's better than getting him on over half a home run, so I like that play. But I'll give you another stolen base play that I also like. and that's going to be Starling Marte. I think there are going to be multiple stolen bases in this game. Can we get him on over half a stolen base? Doesn't look like he's available, so we'll have to find another one. Let's go with Michael Harris. Michael Harris the second, over half a stolen base. 19% implied probability, plus 415. I'm going to take this one. Michael Harris the second. Now, we'd also want to look for him for over half a hit. Bingo, over half a hit. Chalky play at minus 200. Not going, it just kind of fits into that. It doesn't need to be the leg of a parlay, so I'm not going to. Over half a hit. And by the way, I also did want to throw Ozzy Albies. Can I get Ozzy Albies over half a hit? Because I would take that. Nope, it's 1.5. Don't like it. Don't like it at the over 1.5, simply because he doesn't have great numbers against this pitcher. So not a play that I like. Not going to take Ozzy Albies. Someone earlier asked about Matt Olson. At this point, Matt Olson over half a hit. No frickin' brainer. Yes, this is a parlay play. Don't care. Red hot for me. Sonny Gray, good numbers against him. I don't understand this one. Sonny Gray, good numbers, lifetime against Sonny Gray. So I think this is a good play. For me, I would absolutely take Matt Olson over half a hit. I don't understand. There have been a few of these today where I feel like the sportsbook is just giving us a couple of ones that we can jump on with some certainty. I don't want to say certainty, but confidence, high levels of confidence. Over half a hit for Matt Olson. What about 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs? Interesting, they set over half a hit at what they do, but then they have this set at 2.5. So guys, get on that over half a hit as soon as you can, because I don't feel like that's going to be around for very long. I feel like that line's going to move. They have over 1.5. I just don't understand how over half a hit's available. That is a good play, everybody. LRK425, thank you for sharing the channel. By the way, Harley Ferguson has another celebrity shot. Let's get Harley Ferguson's celebrity shot up on the board. Netherlands for some more lacrosse play. Is that what we're getting? Netherlands plus 1.5. Is that lax, bro? Lax, bro? Okay, let's go. Totally. LRK425, have we done our reverse engineering yet? No, we have not. So it's about time. Let's do it. Appreciate all of those supporting the show, all of those hitting the like button, and of course, all of those hooking us up with our live goal of confetti. With that said, let us get into our reverse engineering plays of the day. Every single day, we do like to look at the over for walks allowed. Over for walks allowed. And wouldn't you know, Reed Walk Detmers, we've already talked about him. But Andrew Heaney's another one that we like. This has been a very consistent trend. We like Andrew Heaney over 1.5 walks. Let's put it up on the board, everybody. Andrew Heaney over 1.5 walks allowed. But we're not done with our reverse engineering picks of the day. Brandon Williamson, 65% implied probability. This had been a very good trend. How about on the road? Had been a good trend until his last start. I do like this one as well, so I will throw it up on the board. The only concern I have about it is because of overall offense could be actually so up with hits that it might not be as good a walk play, but I'll still take it. Over 1.5 walks allowed. We're not done, though. We've got more to give out. Next one, Sonny Gray. This has actually been a very good trend of late. Very good trend. I think this one's cashing today. Sonny Gray, over 1.5 walks allowed. Let's keep it rolling, everybody. Keep engineering. Trevor Williams. This has been a good play. How about on the road? A bit of hit or miss. I'm actually not going to take this one. This is one I'll probably look back on and go, oh, it cashed. I should have taken it. But I'm a little hesitant on the Trevor Williams. I want to take it, but not as great a trend on the sample size. Interesting. I want to talk myself into it really bad right here, but got spooked a little bit by the fact that on the road, not as strong a trend. Look it out. No, I'm going to avoid it. Matthew Boyd, on the other hand, also avoiding. Spencer Strider. Interesting that has actually been a much stronger play than you would think. How about at home? Okay. Not going to take it. It was against the Mets. Not going to take it. So those are our reverse engineering plays when it comes to walks. How about on strikeouts? Let's look at strikeouts right here. Cole Irvin, by the way. Cole Irvin on over 3.5 strikeouts is actually a really cashing ticket. Wow, did not expect that one. Cole Irvin over 3.5 strikeouts. Can't get the over 2 without taking it to the ultimate chalk level. But Cole Irvin over 3.5 strikeouts rather. Okay. There, threw it on the board. Interesting play. Cole Irvin, you can see for yourself. This has been a good play. And by the way, at the 3.5. At the 3.5. Make sure you're not taking it at 4. Okay, Reed Detmers. Do we like him on a couple strikeouts? 3 straight games with over 8. Wow. Against the White Sox. White Sox against left-handed pitching. How are those strikeout numbers? We've got some high ones. 31% for Jake Berger, 28.3%, 32.4%, 35.7%. Interesting. Not going to ride with it. I understand the 3 in a row. How about at home? Okay, maybe I do. This has been a better trend. I am going to ride with this one. Reed Detmers over 5.5. At home, it's been a good play. At home, it's been a good play. Let's keep reverse engineering. Let's look at the strikeouts. Colin Rea, it has been a good trend. How about on the road? Really strong. Taking Colin Rea over 3.5 strikeouts against the Mets. Colin Rea over 3.5 strikeouts against the Mets. Are there any others that really stand out to us? Am I taking Spencer Strider at over 9.5? No. Verlander 6.5? No. I feel like we got the best of our plays here. Last one I want to do is for hitters, looking at hitters who get a lot of strikeouts. We already took Jesse Winker. Duran, very consistently striking out right now. At home, consistent as well. Matthew Boyd, lifetime. Duran, no at-bats against left-handed pitching. He does have a good batting average. The strikeouts, though, are at 24.2%. I actually like Duran today to get a hit, believe it or not, but the strikeout's also a good implied probability. Let's just look at Duran on over half a hit. I'd be kind of curious. Duran on over half a hit. 66% implied probability. Again, good batting average against left-handed pitching. Good stats on this one. I'm going to take it, and we get it under minus 200, which means it can stand on its own. It doesn't need to be the leg of a parlay. So Ezekiel Duran over half a hit. Over half a hit. Like the play, everyone. Okay, we have hit 10,000 likes because you guys are absolutely awesome. Let's give out another long ball, long shot of the day. Next one I'm going to give out, it's going to be Willy Adames. Willy Adames. He's been on a nice little home run hitting stretch of his own. Looking at Willy Adames. To hit a home run. 20% implied probability. You could get it at plus 400. Just diving into it, he had that 2 home run game in the series against the Guardians. But lifetime against Verlander, he does have a home run. It doesn't show here. It came prior to 2018. But I do like the opportunity tonight to get a home run. Again, likelihood of home runs in that Mets game is up. Likelihood's up 21%. So I do like the play on this one. Willy Adames over half a home run. He makes our big board. But if we like the over half a home run, I'd also be curious to take over half a hit, 65% implied probability. I could get it at minus 185. Love that play. Willy Adames over half. By the way, before I do that, can we get over half a base? No. Not over half a base, so over half a hit's the best play here. This was a pre-show play. And that is Willy Adames over over half a hit. Over half a hit. Final few minutes of the show, everybody. Let me do a slow scroll through all of our picks that we've given out so far. So I know a bunch of you guys still have questions, but guys, just wait for it. We're going to give you a slow scroll through all of our picks. So here we go. Our MLB game picks up here at the top. You can see all the picks that we have. Additionally, our MLB player prop bets up on the board. Got some really good parlay plays in there as well. If you see that symbol here, it means it's a play that's a little too chalky, so good to use as a leg of a parlay. Again, keep those parlays to under, let's keep them 3 to 4. Don't go pushing your luck beyond 4. Some WNBA plays today. We are all about this Fever Aces game. Only game on the docket, but a good game to bet on. Long ball, long shots of the day. Players we like to hit a home run. And our stealing is sharing picks of the day. Players we think are going to get a stolen base up there on the board. Of course, we have your celebrity shots. Everyone gets 2. So if you haven't put up your 2 celebrity shots yet, make sure you get them in. IP Shade 45, so appreciate it. Appreciate your support every day. Can I get over walks on Bovada? You'd have to check LRK 425. I believe you can. I think you can, but you'd have to double check. I haven't looked at Bovada on those in a little while. Castillo walks a lot of guys. LRK 425, as always, fading his Seattle Mariners. Luis Castillo, over 1.5 walks allowed. The implied probability is 50%. You get it at even money. It has actually been a very good cashing ticket, believe it or not. Some reasons to believe that LRK 425 might have some sense behind this one, some logic. But the whip's at 1.05, so I am going to avoid it. Not one I'm just feeling good about. Appreciate all of those who are with us. Get those celebrity shots in, everybody. Final few minutes of the show. Asia Wilson, over 9.5 rebounds. Let's look at it. By the way, did you see Asia Wilson block the shot of Mikal Bridges? Mikal Bridges tried to holler at a girl on Twitter, and Asia Wilson was having none of it. Rejected him flat out. Was just asking about the next game that he's going to be at, or she's going to be at, but no dice. Okay, the over, not a strong implied probability here, but the trend is red hot. Interesting. Now, she is going up against Elijah Boston, who is one of the best, big players in the NBA, or in the WNBA, one of the best centers. So maybe they're thinking that the rebounds are going to be a touchdown because of that. This might actually be a really good bet to make at minus 106. No alternative line to take, but this has been a really good trend. Head-to-head, though, against the Fever. The 2 games so far this year it's cashed. Really good trend if we look out over the last 20 games, so how about if we look at it at home? Pretty good trend right here. You are sweating it at 9.5, but I'm not going to put it up on my board, Candyman, but I don't hate on it. Jorge Valena is taking Luis Robert over half a hit. Jorge, let's get your other celebrity shot on the board. And that is Luis Robert over half a hit. Did we already put that up on our board? Yes. Bingo. So, there you go, Jorge, up on the big board with your 2 picks. Thoughts on Escobar over half a total base? G-Clips, I really like it. I really like it. By the way, IP Shade 45, you are absolutely right. If you are a subscriber to Fumble Sports on TikTok Live, we will be having a fantasy football league, including all TikTok Live subscribers. So make sure you subscribe today. Running out of those spots, we will have a fantasy league with me in it, as well as all of you guys. Now, that said, it will be an auction draft league because I prefer auction draft leagues. Maybe we can create a snake draft league as well. But again, make sure you're subscribing to TikTok Live, Fumble Sports on TikTok Live. That way you can be a part of that fantasy football show. Candyman, I hope you do subscribe. We appreciate all those who follow the show, support the show. Hopefully you can be a part of the Fantasy Football League with us in it. G-Clips, celebrity shot Heaney over half a hit if no one's done it. Nope, no one has done it, so G-Clips, you're claiming the territory on it. G-Clips is taking Andrew Heaney over, and you're taking over hits. Let's make sure we get that right. Over hits for Andrew Heaney. Andrew Heaney. And on hits, Oh, that's wrong one. Hits allowed. My bad. Hits allowed. 4.5. The under is the strong implied probability on that one, but the trend suggests the over. I don't hate on it. I'm not going to put it up on my board, but at plus money, I think it's a good play. Plus money, I think it's a good play, G-Clips. IP Shade 45, Strider over 4.5 hits allowed. Let's check it out. A couple of you guys are asking really good questions about these hits allowed plays. Spencer Strider, 4.5. Not a good implied probability, but has been a good trend. I wouldn't hate on it. Minnesota Twins there. Not going to put it up on the board, but interesting play, IP Shade 45. G-Clips, I'll take the chance. I think that's a smart play. I like it. Final few minutes of the show, everyone. Get those celebrity shots in. Get those picks in. Final few minutes of the show. All of our picks are up on the board right now. Are we missing any? The only other one we did have Angels on the money line. So I am splitting the difference on this one. Only other pick that I had prior to the show loaded up, at least when it came to a game pick, we just threw up on the board. There was one more that I wanted to put up there, though. There is another one. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Is Robbie Grossman? No, he's still not there. Okay. How many Braves record a hit tonight? I'll say 6. 5 or 6. It's an interesting question, LRK425. Interesting question. If you guys have any celebrity shots that you want up on the board, make sure you get them in. Just write in the comment section, my celebrity shot or my celebrity pick. And once again, everybody, we are live every single day here at Butt Fumble Sports. Never miss a show. We have put the times up on our website. If you go to the Butt Fumble Sports Live page, you can see all the links to our broadcasts as well as our schedule. These are EST. We'll make sure we put that distinction up on the website once the show is over. Additionally, when the show does end, I will post all of our picks up on our blog section. So if you want to check out all of the picks that we've given out today, you can go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Additionally, you can check out our fantasy plays of the day, our DFS lineup, best hitter-pitcher matchups, some good MLB picks. But we'll put up all the picks from the show. All these picks from the show will be up on the website immediately after the conclusion of the show in just a few minutes. Travis d'Arnaud, that's a good call. Travis d'Arnaud, I actually do like him today as well. Can we get over half a hit? Yes, we can. Do like this one. Yep, against Sonny Gray. Travis d'Arnaud. Where is he? Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't have any stats against him, but I do like the play. I do like the play with Travis d'Arnaud. Yep, over half a hit. Not one we had prior to the show, but it will make our big board. Travis d'Arnaud. Over half a hit. There you go, everybody. Another pickup on the board. Oh, a board you guys can't see right now. There you go. There you go. Okay, final few minutes of the show. Again, if you missed any part of the show, you can catch it in its entirety on YouTube. We post every show onto YouTube every single day, so make sure you go to our YouTube page, Butt Fumble Sports. That way you can catch every pick, catch every joke, catch every bit of research. You can see our rants as well. We dropped a couple of rants today, so make sure you go to our website, check out buttfumblesports.com, and make sure you go to our YouTube page, Butt Fumble Sports on YouTube. LRK425, Kelnick dropping the hammer tonight. I'm not taking him tonight, but could he? I'd love to. You're giving us such great data on the Mariners. Curious to see how they do. Final few minutes of the show, everyone. Candyman, final celebrity shot of the night, and you are like me. You're taking that massive spread on the Fever to cover that massive spread. Candyman, I like what you're thinking. I took it at 19.5. You're taking Fever at plus 18.5. Love the play. Love the play, Candyman. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Hope you are having so much fun watching our show. Hope you guys enjoy all the other people that contribute. There are a lot of people in the comments section who do a great job every single day. I want to give a big shout out to LRK425, IP Shade 45, Mike Oxlong, La Cub, Macy Toru. Thank you so much. Additionally, Candyman, big shout out to you. Jorge, big shout out. G Clips, wonderful to have you in the show today. Harley, nice to see you having some celebrity shots on the board. Stephen Pock, thanks for stopping by and watching the show today. Wonderful to have you as part of the show. By the way, Jorge, watching us on vacation, you're awesome. Tito's Full Send, great to have you in the show today. Great to have you as a part of the show. Feels like every single day you show up. Alexander, great to have you join the show. Got your picks up on the board. Hopefully those cash for you. Again, if you know sports fans in your world, let them know about Butt Fumble Sports. Cody, thank you for joining us. Guys, share the word. If you have friends, family, coworkers who love talking sports, share the channel. Let them know what's up. Let them know that Butt Fumble Sports is live every single day, everybody. Every single day. Additionally, those watching on YouTube, Zodstein, Zodwick, Tony, great to see you. Top Dog, Dante, Farika, great to have you guys watching the show. If you guys have any feedback, if you've got comments, if you guys want some things changed, if there are things you like, IP Shade 45 said, hey, we want more rants. Guess what we're giving out? More rants. So IP Shade 45, we heard you. If you guys want us to make additions, subtractions, edits to the show, let us know. We are here for all of it. For all those who have been watching the show, hope you've been having a lot of fun. We'll do one quick scroll through our picks one more time. Here we go. Here are the picks that we put up on the board today. Again, if you missed any part of the show, it'll be posted in its entirety up on YouTube. But additionally, all of our picks we will post to our website, buttfumblesports.com. That way you can check out every pick if you're missing it now as we scroll through all of them. I know there are a lot that we put up there. Yesterday we put up 55 picks. We cashed on 65.5% of them. Hopefully we're hitting on that kind of rate today. Here are the picks that we just gave out. MLB picks, WNBA picks, home run picks, stealing bases picks, and of course we have your celebrity shots of the day. So every single day, Butt Fumble Sports is bringing great sports talk. I hope you are live with us tomorrow. And in case you're curious, when are we live tomorrow? You can go to our website, Butt Fumble Sports, check out our live page, and you can see the times. They are all Eastern Standard Time. So for all of those, make sure you're with us tomorrow. We are live at 1 p.m. tomorrow, everybody. 1 p.m. tomorrow. And we do have our NFL game, our NFL show, rather, tomorrow night. So, again, for all those who have been watching the show today, this is what you'll hear me say at the end of every show. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon and evening. And, of course, I hope you cash on a ton of your tickets tonight. Make sure you're with us again for Tuesday, June 27th's live show at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, for all of those who are watching, Butt Fumble Sports will be live tomorrow, June 27th at 1 p.m. EST, everybody. Make sure you're there. You never want to miss a show. Hit that follow button, everybody. Hit that follow button. That way you never miss a show. Until we see each other tomorrow, have a great